Hi everybody, I'm Trudy, One Grounded Angel, and this is my weekly angel card reading. This is for Monday, May the 21st, right through to Sunday the 27th of May. So, I have a bit of a cold, so I apologise if I start snivelling. I'm going to do my best not to do that. I don't think you deserve to hear that in your ear holes today. That would be very unpleasant, but can't always be helped. So, I do apologise. I will try to preempt it by turning off the mic. So anyway, this is on a brighter note. Let's get into the angel cards. I'm shuffling now for Monday, the 21st. Let's see what's coming up. I'm not so sure that I've got the right card deck here. No. Computer says no. Not sure how many of you will get that reference. Anyway, here we go. Bingo! Rhiannon. Always makes me think of Fleetwood Mac. So this is Sorceress, and it's about your ability to be magical by using the law of attraction. So everything that we want in our lives, we can make that happen by working with the universe to co-create our reality. Now, obviously not everything we want is going to happen. It's because some things that we want are just not quite right for us. I'm pretty sure that winning the lottery and buying a Caribbean island is probably not my destiny, but I love the idea of it, for example. But this is reminding you how your intentions are so crucial to what you create. So firstly, you need to be very clear about what you want. Don't go with what you think you want, or what you think might make you look good, or what other people might want for you. What do you want? What sets your heart aflame, I guess? You know it, you know the feeling, you know when it's something right for you. So be very clear on asking the universe for that. And of course, as I've said many times, you need to actually be working towards it. There is no Deliveroo style app for our dreams. We can't just place an order and then they'll turn up on your doorstep. You have to actually put in the effort, and the universe rushes in to support you. The universe loves it when we take action. It really responds well to that. Now, the other thing that's really important is being really attached to our goals means we sometimes get in the way of those coming through. So we have to be, I get that you really want something. Sometimes you can kind of get yourself involved in that process, but you have to kind of set it, put the intention out there, and then detach from it, because when we're holding on so tightly, you don't really leave room for the universe to help you. And also what you're asking for might not be in your best interest. So sometimes it's helpful to say this if it is for my greatest good, or this or something like this if that is right for me. So when I set an intention, I forget all about it after I've done that. I still start working towards it, but I don't attach to the outcome. I must have this, I need this, nothing like that, because you're holding on too tightly if you do that. So set the intention, work towards it, then let go. Now let's go back to this card deck for Tuesday. Maybe this is the right day. Or not. This isn't going well, is it? So, okay. No. Go with this card deck. I feel better about this already. Oh, random way that jumped out. Oh, creative writing. Now, I guess if you don't feel in your heart of hearts that writing is something that you love, you could take this as a message to engage in any creative pursuit. The medium doesn't really matter. It's more about you having that outlet for your creative expression, and everybody is creative. Just because you haven't been, you haven't created any beautiful mural or written a novel yet doesn't mean you're not creative. Sometimes it's not so much about being good at it. It's just about engaging in the process. I've talked a lot about how I'm not good at illustrating, but I took a sketching class because I love it, and it's still not good, but I just enjoy the process so much, and bringing something into the world that was not there before is immensely satisfying. This card does speak specifically to writing, so if you do feel an affinity for writing, this is encouraging you to use that to, I don't know, to make your mark on the world, if that's important to you, to tell your story. But the other thing that does come through with this is that writing is so cathartic. So use writing as a means for your own healing, as a means to turn down the volume in your brain so that you can actually get in touch with what's important, really important to you, so that your intuition comes through. Free writing is a really great way to get messages from your intuition. It doesn't work for me because I am a writer. That's one of my jobs professionally, so I just find it too difficult to switch off from that process. But Google free writing if that's something you want to know more about. And the other thing is, this works in partnership with this card because they are saying that writing will really help you get super clear on what you want. Yeah, and we'll go for Wednesday. Oh, okay, that was quick. Tell us what you really think then. Financial healing. Okay, this is never not relevant, this message. Our relationship with money, which I talked about last week in regards to the abundance card, is super important because money is an energy and it needs to flow. So this is speaking directly to those who are experiencing financial problems right now, which is probably pretty much everybody. But we all need to be thinking about our relationship with money and making sure we're not trying to use it to control our lives, to control other people. We're not being frivolous with it sometimes, and we're not using it to kind of express our emotions. Sometimes people use money to impress people or to try and help people, or to sometimes they let other people spend money on them because it makes them feel looked after. So just be aware of the way that you are using money, and ask for more. If you need more, ask for it, and be open to that turning up in different ways. I've used the example before of me getting a holiday. I asked for abundance and I got this free holiday, which was awesome, but it really wasn't what I had in mind. So I've actually got another one as well, and one that I did specifically ask for, but I'll talk about that another time. Thursday. Yeah, as I've said in the past, abundance is not just about money, although that is certainly a major component of it. This is just not working out too well, this card deck. I think I might have to put this aside. That's okay. Can't force these things. Didn't really assemble these too well in terms of which order, but that doesn't matter. It always works out the way it needs to. So we've got trustworthy guidance here, and in a way this underpins everything I talk about in these cards because it speaks to the way that the universe is guiding us if we are willing to work with it. So on this illustration, the angel is guiding this person who is either sketching or writing, I can't really tell. But so there's a couple of ways you can look at this. Firstly, on a very surface level, it's about the universe guiding you for everything you do. So if you want help, ask for it and be open to how they show you how to move through your problems. It might be they give you an idea, it doesn't even seem remotely connected, but when you act on it, something else happens. You meet someone who helps you, or there's any number of ways that the ideas we get will help us. The other thing is going back to that creative message, and particularly the writing. Your ideas, when you're being creative, are coming from the universe. That's why it's so important to engage in creative activities, not for what you create, but for the process. You're tuning into the divine, and that's super powerful. So if you want ideas of your creativity, please ask the universe for help. And Archangel Gabriel actually is a good one to ask, who is depicted on this one. She's from the Bible. If you grew up in a Christian household, so you may know her from that. But she is, as well as being, if you think about her role in that nativity story, she was a messenger. She brought through messages. So she's a good one to call on if you are trying to communicate, if you need the right words. I often do this in my readings, my client readings, if I've got to deliver a message which someone may not want to hear or is a little bit sensitive. I ask Gabriel to help me word it in a way that comes through with love and that its meaning is very clear. Yeah, but she can also, I say she, angels don't really have a gender. I think of it as a female. Doesn't really matter though. I ask Gabriel for help with my my professional writing as a journalist, if I've got writer's block, or I need a good way to kind of find my angle, anything like that. So you can do that with your own writing or your own creativity. And that goes for all forms of communication as well. We've got Ascended Masters here. Ascended Masters are spiritual leaders who have walked on the earth. Angels have not been in human incarnations. These people have. So that includes Buddha, Ganesh, Jesus, Mary Magdalene, Moses, Kuan Yin. I'm running out here, but there is a whole host of them. So if you feel a connection with one of those, this is affirming that for you. Actually, this came through for a client recently, and it doesn't really come up all that often. But anyway, what you need to know from this is if that doesn't resonate with you, you don't feel a connection with any of those spiritual leaders, just know that you have got a spiritual team with you. Very, very comforting, but you must ask them for help. They can't intervene in your life because you have free will. You make your own choices. They're not running a show, you are. So you must ask for their help if you need it, and be open, as I've said, to how that shows up. And I think the word that's being emphasized here is about teaching and learning. So if you're going through a difficult a struggle or a challenge, ask them to teach you how to find your way through, because normally those situations are given to you so you can learn something. So call on them for help with that. Now, I have realised, excuse me while I reach around the back of the camera, let's have a card deck around here somewhere. I only brought out 6, so obviously my counting is a little bit off. Nothing unusual there, and those who know me personally know that numbers really are not my bag. Anyway, this is Saturday. I'm going to have to double up on a deck, but whatever. Everything's worked out how it needs to. New beginnings and a fresh start, and I love this. Almost like a New Year's Day card. This is clearing a slate. You can start again, and there's never a bad time to do this. So for many of you, it's marking that you're going through a transition. That does mean you're going to have to let go of what's no longer working, and your willingness to do this is going to govern the speed at which you move through this transition. I always give the analogy of the caterpillar. When it goes into a chrysalis, it has no idea what's on the other side. It just trusts that it's going to work out. It goes into the dark, it doesn't know if it's dying or what's going to happen, but it hatches, and then to its surprise, it is beautiful and it has wings and it gets to fly. I know butterflies don't live very long, so perhaps it's not the best the best ending to the story. But anyway, the point is that it transitioned into something beautiful, and you've got the same transformation ability, even though you don't know how that's going to look. So please trust in the new opportunities that are coming up for you. We are here to regenerate. That's the nature of the human condition. But some of us get so attached to how things are and so scared that we're not welcoming in those changes, and that's when we get stuck. So look for fresh starts today, and be willing to embrace what comes along. Okay, I've doubled up on this Archangel Oracle card because as I said, I didn't bring out enough. You know what to do. This is the card that's come up, and it's such a, I guess, a trite statement, but what it's saying is that often when we need to make decisions, we say we don't know what to do. We do know what to do, we're just scared to commit to it. So for some of you, this doesn't relate to decisions, but for some of you, I feel like it's there's something that you know you need to do that you've been putting off. It might be that you committed to, let's say, a healthy eating regimen and you've fallen off the wagon. You know what you need to do to help yourself. Maybe you know that you need to get more sleep and you haven't been prioritizing that. Come back to what your intuition has been telling you need to do and really commit to that. And if you are facing a decision, you need to trust your intuition. It will never take you astray. Trust what is right for you. And don't forget, you can always ask for a sign if you're not sure those messages are right. So let's summarize for the week. It's been a little bit all over the shop, but hey, you know me, I'm a little bit rough and ready, but that's okay. We get what we need to hear from this. So I think that what's coming through is creativity. These two cards about creative writing, the trustworthy guidance are connected. But the law of using the law of attraction to manifest what you want in your life is also a theme based around this. And I think also this new beginnings. So yeah, a bit of a mixed bag really though. They're not strong themes here. I've got this random financial message and the Ascended Masters coming through. Looks like a good week. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give me feedback if you would like. No pressure. I don't always do a very good job of responding to people when they comment on my videos. I'm very sorry about that. So you can reach me directly if you want to book your own personal angel card reading at my website, which is www.onegroundedangel.com, or you can find each card on my social media. If you don't already know, my Instagram is @OneGroundedAngel and my Facebook page is One Grounded Angel. Take care and have a fantastic week.